In the Qur'an, there are certain surahs. They are very short, yet the message they carry is deep enough to guide an entire human life. Now we will focus on one of these surahs. This surah is Surah Quraysh. Surah Quraysh is in essence a direct continuation of Surah Al-Fil, because the Quraysh tribe were the custodians of the Kaaba. They were the people of the Haram. They were seen as the people of Allah's house. For this reason, their caravans were not touched. Their lives and property were protected. And this atmosphere of security gave rise to economic prosperity. The commercial life of Quraysh was built upon two major journeys. The first was the winter journey, known as Rilat al-Shita. During this journey, they traveled from Mecca to Yemen. The main centers were Sana'a and the areas around Aden. Yemen had a mild and favorable climate in winter. Regions that were extremely hot in summer became suitable for trade during the winter months. On these journeys, they transported spices, incense, and frankincense, leather and textile products, and goods arriving from the southern sea trade routes along the India-Africa line. But the greatest advantage was security. Because Quraysh were regarded as the people of the Haram, their caravans were considered untouchable. Unlike other tribes, they traveled without fear of ambush. The second major expedition was the summer journey, known as Rilat al-Saif. During this journey, they traveled from Mecca to the region of Greater Syria. Gaza, Busra, and Damascus were among the major trade centers. The Syrian region was cool and fertile in summer. Agriculture and markets flourished during this season. On these journeys, grain and olive oil were traded, wine in the pre-Islamic period, textiles and metal goods were transported, and merchandise connected to the Byzantine markets circulated widely. These journeys were not ordinary. They were conducted regularly every year. They were not random, but part of a planned and organized trade system. The Arabian Peninsula was generally unsafe, yet Quraysh remained secure due to the sanctity of the Kaaba. Mecca was not suitable for agriculture. Despite this, Quraysh became wealthy, because this prosperity was not only the result of trade, but also the result of divine protection. After the incident of the elephant, the perception spread that this house is protected by Allah. The status of Quraysh increased. Caravan security reached its peak. The message the Qur'an intends to give is clear. Security comes from Allah. Provision comes from Allah. The blessing in trade comes from Allah. Therefore, worship must be devoted to Him alone. This is why Surah Quraysh was revealed, to remind the Quraysh tribe of the blessings granted to them, to show that these blessings were not coincidences, but the result of divine protection and grace, and to invite them to pure monotheism.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
The secure trade of Quraysh was a blessing provided by Allah. Today, peace, order, and economic stability do not exist by themselves. They must be protected, met with gratitude, and sustained through justice. Surah Quraysh teaches humanity not to forget the true source of provision and opportunity. The message that remains valid today is this: wealth, money, and success are not values on their own. If these opportunities are not shared, not used with justice, and not supported by morality, they do not elevate a person. Rather, they lead them into selfishness. True gratitude is not merely saying thanks be to Allah. It is using what one has gained in a correct, honest, and responsible way. The expression, "Let them worship the Lord of this house" in Surah Quraysh shows that worship is not limited to specific acts such as prayer and fasting at certain times. Worship is a center that shapes a person's outlook on life and their behavior. Today, this message tells us the following. Faith is not merely a belief that remains in the heart. A person learns through faith to be honest in trade, to avoid violating the rights of others in their earnings, and to act with justice and mercy in human relationships. Thus, worship does not detach a person from life. On the contrary, it helps establish a balanced and measured life in wealth, in work, in family life, and in society. Blessings are not individual, they are social. Today, power and opportunity create the responsibility to protect the weak and establish justice. A system that removes hunger and transforms fear into security stands firm only through morality. Being secure and finding provision are not coincidences. Their response must be awareness, gratitude, and responsibility.